Well, we're here at the workbench, Dave, and man, we got a lot of good stuff sitting here. It makes me want to go troll something quick.
Yeah, you and me both. Well, you know, wahoo is a great fish to catch. You know, everybody, you know, who goes fishing offshore wants to catch a wahoo at some point during the day because, you know, we like to eat, and there's not much better swimming out there than a wahoo. A tuna and a wahoo, man, that's you know, the top of the notch. So we're trying to catch him, and a wahoo is a mackerel fish. So he's built with razor sharp teeth. He's got the massive teeth. He's long, streamlined fish, built for speed. You know, a very sharp tail, a big tail for his size, and they can just swim incredibly fast. And how they take their meals is they'll ambush a prey by just swimming straight through it. You know, the fish will be swimming along, and he'll come and just go right through it and cut it in half, or take his tail off, and then swim back around and get the rest. Because his teeth are shaped like a V scissors, and they're very sharp on the inside and outside. I mean, razor sharp. And he just has to open his mouth and swim through it. And that's how he eats, you know. And so he's moving. He can move pretty fast when he wants to. So he's attracted to fast-moving baits and anything shiny in the water. They like shiny stuff. But anything that makes a silhouette also, you know, a dark black-purple lure will work because, you know, most tunas look kind of like a black and purple.
Especially,
you know?
from down.
Yeah, well, from down they got a little white on their belly, and if they're from the side, they see the dark on the side and the white too. So, you know, a lot of the lures that we use are kind of shiny and have a lot of color to them. These are made for high-speed trolling here. These are the brand new Diamond line of wahoo lures. They've got like 4 or 5 different jet heads. You know, the Molokai jet, the zebra candy, and you know, and they all got different. This one's got a little bit of a slant face. Some of the other ones have more of a bullet nose, you know, just to stay in the water better. And they're pretty heavy lures with a nice double hook rig. This is one of the times, you know, I usually try not to use a double hook rig a lot of the times, especially when bill fishing, because, you know, you can, when you're trying to release a billfish, you can get it attached to the other second hook. But when we're fishing for wahoos, we're not really letting them go. So we don't really care about that, and we want to hook them. Right. And if you've got one way back there in the tail, that's a good spot to have it, and one in the middle is actually another good place to have it. Fish, obviously, on cable. You know, right. you can go down to 400-pound mono or 300-pound mono filament, and a lot of guys will say, hey, you know, I get more bites on those. And you know, realistically, you know, say, well, if you're fishing for wahoos, you don't want to use any mono. But when you've got a really long hook set like this, and it's a cable hook set, and it's wrapped really well, wahoos really, because you're going so fast, they don't get a chance to swallow the bait, you know. Right. And even when you're going 7 or 8 knots, you know, just regular trolling, they usually don't get a chance to swallow it because we're fishing in with drag up to the strike drag. So when he eats it, he's pretty much coming tight. And so this, you know, if you're using a monofilament leader, all this stuff down here saves your butt. Right. Because when he comes and eats it, he's going to be down here. Right. The problem is if the line loops around or that wahoo changes direction and he swims through the line. Right. And that can happen to you. So you got about 1 minute left. And that can happen to you anytime. Now, when we're setting up a high-speed trolling, we'll go ahead and go all the way through it. We're using 80-pound braid. And, you'll usually use, you know, 80-pound diamond braid, and we'll go to a 300-pound swivel.
Go open that.
We'll go down to a 300-pound swivel, and what we'll do is we'll put a...
and this is the diamond trolling weight as well.
Correct. It's a whole system.
4-pounder.
Right.
And so then that... And
then you put your shock leader on.
Goes to a mono shock leader.
This is 24 feet of 400 pound.
And that's also mono diamond.
Yeah, exactly.
So these guys make all of this
whole
stuff,
rig,
the whole
all
kit.
the way
you can
down.
order it straight from them.
Yeah.
And then the lure of whatever your choice.
Yep, whichever one of these you want goes on there. And, you know, you troll that from 12 to 20 knots over a nice piece of structure at dawn or at dusk, and you're probably going to get a wahoo bite.
What do you think about that, Brie?
Sounds easy peasy. It's the whole kit and caboodle over there, you two, matching in your ALVEY.
Go to diamondfishing.com and get it all.
This is an ALVEY team right here. Team
ALVEY team,
we got to get you a shirt.
They're twinning.